We are cooking up a Philly cheese steak-a-dilla. We like quesadillas, we love a Philly cheesesteak, so I've mashed them together to make a delicious, quick weeknight meal that you are gonna love. And you only need a few simple ingredients. Let me show you what you're gonna need. First, we're gonna start out here with our caramelized onions. These are so easy and so delicious. And I'll tell you what, I made these on a different show, and I'm gonna put a link right here to show you how to make those. And I'll also link below in the description box, so if you want that recipe, you can go there after you watch this episode, of course, to get that one. Back to the ingredients. You're also going to need some tortillas. Flour tortillas is what we're gonna use. I also have some provolone cheese and a gorgeous ribeye steak. I like to use a good quality steak. This is a grass-fed ribeye steak. You use what you want. I just like to eat a ribeye steak anyway, so I thought that would make a perfect Philly cheesesteak. Also, traditionally with Philly cheesesteaks, provolone cheese. You can also put some cheese whiz in there. That's what they do on the cheesesteaks in Philly sometimes if you want it. So you can go there too. It also adds just an extra level of deliciousness, but I think it's good with the traditional ingredients. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our steak sliced up. The thing about it is you can't have big old kind of round or even diced chunks in there. You want it to be sliced really, really thin. What I've done with this steak is I popped it in the freezer for about 15 or 20 minutes so it would be nice and firm, and it makes it easier to slice really, really thin slices. When you do that, the plus side is not only is it nice and tender and easy to bite off when you're biting into the quesadilla, but also cooks really fast, which is the name of the game for me, especially on a weeknight whenever you're just trying to rush and get everybody fed, you got homework to get done and all that good stuff. Popping it in the freezer, slicing it really thin is definitely the way to go. All right, so let's get slicing and then we'll get to building. So easy. Steak is all sliced up and ready to go. I use my handy dandy kitchen shears that you know I just absolutely love. I use that to trim off the fat, a little easier to get through it instead of using the knife. So I got it all chopped up and ready to go. We're gonna throw it in a screaming hot cast iron skillet, season it with salt and pepper, and once it's done, we'll go on to the next step. To build, we are going to start with the steak. I'm just gonna use clean hands to get in there because it's easier. Okay, so you're gonna go here with this, and you can do it in any order you want. Today, let's go with, let me ask my cinematographer. What should we do next? Should we do the caramelized onions or the cheese next? You pick. He says caramelized onions. Let's go with these onions. All right, so you're gonna spread them all around, just like this. And then your next layer is going to be the star of the show, if you ask me, the provolone cheese. If you know anything about Philly cheesesteak, you gotta have provolone cheese. So I'm gonna take this, put the other one right on top, and I'm using the exact same pan that I used to cook the steak in. It's a nice cast iron skillet. I wiped it out with a paper towel, and if you know anything about cast iron, once you're done washing it or wiping it out, you always put a little drizzle of oil in there and spread that all around. So I'm not gonna add any additional oil to cook this in. You can if you want. Some people like to put a little canola oil or olive oil or butter in there. I don't really think it needs it. It's gonna toast on this nice dry skillet. I think we're gonna do a show on how to care for cast iron. If you don't have cast iron, you gotta get it. I love my cast iron. So anyway, that's a whole other show, isn't it? Let's pop this on. We're gonna let it cook till this outside of the shell gets nice and crispy, and then we'll give it a flip and then a taste, of course. Quesadillas are done. I have a little confession to make. I did sneak in a piece of cheese on each side, okay? Because we had it in there kind of in the middle, but I thought it would stick together better if we added another piece of cheese in there. It's also because it was gonna taste better too. But I had to have another excuse, all right? But it's like the glue in there. It kind of holds it all together. So make sure you put cheese in there, in those layers, and then it just gets everywhere. It's gonna be so good. Okay, so I made 2. Look at all the yummy ingredients oozing out here. I'm gonna try to tuck those in a little bit. They're gonna get eaten anyway. So you can use a pizza cutter to cut it up or a knife. I like to use, like I said, my kitchen shears for everything. So here we are. Look at the goodness. Holy moly, look at this. I mean, oh, look at the cheese, look at the ooze effect. Whoa, oh, look at it. That's what I'm saying. Philly cheese steak-a-dillas. You know, this may not, look at me, I'm having trouble over here. This may not be 100,000% perfectly traditional Philly cheese steak style, but it's meat and it's cheese and it's slapped between 2 tortillas with delicious caramelized onions. Wow. I impress myself sometimes. You do too, right? So go try this. It's a yummy, delicious, look, I'm dropping stuff. A yummy, delicious dinner or lunch. I bet they're even gonna be good left over. This is better than any restaurant, honest to goodness. Anyway, I have to eat this. I'm gonna get the rest cut up. I'm gonna eat this, and you go do the same thing. You are gonna love it. Thanks for checking in with me today. I'll see you next time. That's so good.